That's not my cat was lying in my car last night.
Oh, Lord. You want to go on?
Recording in progress.
Good morning. This is the regularly scheduled meeting of the Nicholas County Commission, Wednesday, July 20th, 2022. In the absence of Commissioner Atkins, Craig, you okay if I run the meeting?
Sure.
All right. If you want to begin with the second motion down there.
Upon review of the exonerations as presented by the Nicholas County Assessor, move to approve accordingly.
Okay, the motion's on the floor. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those against, the motion does carry.
Upon review of the estate and fiduciary matters as presented by the Nicholas County Clerk, move to approve accordingly unless otherwise noted.
Motion's on the floor. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those against, the motion does carry.
Upon submission of budget revisions received from the elected officials and department heads, the Commission will take appropriate action as deemed necessary.
Motion's on the floor. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those against, the motion does carry.
Upon review of the invoices as submitted by the various departments offices, the Commission will take appropriate action as deemed necessary.
The motion's on the floor. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those against, the motion does carry. That makes that we'll take a break. Okay, we're here now with Brooke Neal, the director of the Craigsville Public Library, with a funding request. So if you'd like to come on up.
So we are looking to get a new circulation desk.
Okay. Thank you.
We've had ours since the library was built, so it's had some wear and tear to it. And you would think whoever built it would have common sense because the drawers in it are like 25 inches long, but the tray that it goes on is only 5, so they lean down, so we can't store anything in it, and they're different levels, so we're just looking to get something new. And we're trying to save space too, so we are decreasing.
Do you have an amount on what this would cost?
It's about 3,000.
Okay.
And that was when we priced it, but you know, with inflation, it might be going up, it might be coming down, we don't know. But right when we did that, it was right at 3,000. So they're not cheap.
Right.
But if we've had this first one since the 70s, I mean, they last a good while. But we're competing with the arts now. We're trying to do some displays, so we're going to kind of shrink down.
Okay.
We're just not utilizing our space very well, I don't think.
Seems high.
Well, what I was going to recommend maybe is if you could bring us 3 prices on similar
Yeah.
models,
Yeah.
and then we can
try to stay a
revisit
little
it.
more local than Wisconsin.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
That's from a library site, so that's what we were just trying to go for.
just there's a place in Charleston, and what is that? They sell new and used furniture, and they have like 4 different sites throughout the state. Is it Capital Business Interiors or one of those?
Something like that.
You know, try to stay local or something like
Okay.
that. And,
Yeah, because it is big, it is heavy, so it should be a deal. So I understand.
Would that not be a great project for the VOTEC students?
well, I was thinking something being built too. We could probably ask Mark something about that.
I'm down with that. Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds fantastic, utilizing the VOTEC.
Yeah, let's try to get more local.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah,
So maybe if you want to get 3 prices, that's fine.
okay.
We can all talk to the VOTEC and see
Yeah.
what they say about what they'll do.
That sounds great.
Yeah. Very good.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Recording stopped.
We go back on.
Recording in progress.
The next appointment is the 3rd reading of the fire fee ordinance. I want to table that until a special meeting of next week to allow for a public hearing to be scheduled beforehand. Commissioner Atkins, of course, we spoke this morning before he had to go into his appointment. Next Wednesday, the 27th, we have the Hinkle Mountain water breaking at noon. Okay. So you won't be in town the whole day?
Correct.
Okay.
I won't be in town for about 4 days. I have to be in Pittsburgh at the Pittsburgh Hospital.
What day do you leave?
So
Okay.
then I'll be coming back Thursday.
Will you be able
I
to
can
call in on Wednesday?
I can call in. Yeah, I'll be
Okay.
available.
Okay. So we'll call in on Wednesday as well. We can hold down the technology maybe.
Now, is that for the third reading?
That's for about 5 things. Yeah. I've got a list.
But you gotta have a public meeting.
Well, yeah, we can schedule it in the meeting.
Oh, it's within.
Right, as long as there's an opportunity. Right,
You can have that right before the
before the
reading.
vote.
Okay.
So if it's acceptable, what I'd recommend is, with Commissioner Atkins' approval, a special meeting be set on July 27th at 9 a.m. And that would regard the public hearing for the fire fee, the third reading and potential action of the fire fee. And then I've got 2 requests. Discussion on Homeland Security's excess equipment. And then park.
Just park.
Yeah,
Nothing in particular.
right. And then do you want Lone Tree, the awning and the DRC gutters at your request or does it matter?
Didn't matter.
Okay. And then Commissioner Chapman's request, revisiting the Lone Tree access road. Consideration of awning bids for the WVU. And DRC gutter repairs. So that being said, if there's no objection, we'll table the third reading until next week, and that will take a break. We'll go on.
It's 1 minute earlier somewhere.
It's 1:29.
It's 1 minute earlier somewhere.
Well, yeah, that's right. Well, ain't nobody else coming.
Well, oh, no, okay. Boss.
For the day.
Recording in progress.
Now we're here at the bid opening for the exterior painting, etc., concerning the Main Street Annex and the Broad Street Annex, which is referred to the WVU and DRC buildings. We did receive one bid here. And let's see. Okay. For the Main Street Annex. Okay, I'm gonna read this off individual, and together. For the Main Street Annex, it's a price of $7,490. For the Nicholas County Data Reporting Center, it's $36,750. For a grand total of $44,240.
And what?
You have to bid bonder.
Yes. Well, that's, he's got a copy of that. This is the check, it's the only thing you have separate than the rest of it.
Bobby's not here, we kind of have some questions. I say right now we approve the annex part. And,
That's the Main Street Annex?
yeah, the 7490.
Personally, I prefer to reject and rebid. So, I wanna make sure, I mean, just having one, it's hard to gauge what are we looking at here, and maybe go a little further out in our advertising to, try and receive more bids. Yeah. We need Lloyd.
Why don't
He
we,
can be a decision maker.
why don't we okay the annex at this price and rebid the day reporting? That's probably where you have a problem.
Yes. I can go along with that. If you'll make that motion.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we accept from Alpha to paint the annex at $74.90. And then we relook at the day reporting to possibly rebid it. Are you guys okay with one right now? And that awning will have to come off, we'll have a bid for that. They'll be taken down and replaced back up when you're done.
So it'll be out of your way while you paint.
Right, I'll
Yeah.
let Jeremy know.
I don't think so.
Well, I still, yeah. Unless you have anything other to add or whatever.
Let's look at the second one, revisit, but let's go ahead and work it.
Okay. So that motion's on the floor. Any further discussion? I agree with what Commissioner Chapman said. So all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye,
Aye. All those against, the motion does carry, so.
and we'll let you know on the second part of it.
All right, great.
Yes. Very good.
And, I need the other one by about 10 after 10.
For the,
Donnie,
I have that for you.
We'll go ahead and take a break.
thank you, Evan.
I think
You're
we'll-
welcome.
That's the
Okay, let's
Jennifer.
go back.
We call that the Jennifer.
Yeah, gets everybody's attention. All right, we have now with us,
Recording in progress.
we are recording.
Stutter.
We got
didn't want to
3
interrupt.
meetings in a row here. We have with us Jennifer Kaufman and Craig Clemens from the Nicholas County Fair, requesting outside electrical hookup at the Nicholas County Veterans Memorial Park. So if you all would like to come up.
We need to present to you this morning our estimates from the electrical companies that we need electric at the park for vendors, which there's a lot of things go on at the park that we need the vendor stands for, the electrical. The ones that are up there are so outdated. Most of them don't work. The guard posts, a lot of them are rotten. So they all need to be completely replaced. And that's what we're here for this morning. Mr. Clemens has got the particulars.
Present to Commissioner Chapman just a rough drawing of what we're looking for, just an idea of some pedestals of 220 power and 110. To Jennifer's point, all the 110 outlets that are on the guardrail there's only a couple that work. All of the 220 power that the vendors need for the various festivals and events that are held there, they have to hardwire in the box, or they can't plug in. These people that are doing this are not electricians. It would take a lot of liability off of the county as well as the park. And there's no electrician on staff, so these guys are doing it themselves. And it's really something that would allow for more events to be held there. And those pedestals, they could be rented out for RVs, for In the off-season, whenever there's no festivals going on and whatnot, here's some estimates that we have received. So we'd just like the commission to consider that for future growth and economic development.
And you're thinking of putting them along the roadway? They're not going to be right out in the middle of the field or anything?
No, yeah, that's this right here.
Yeah.
It's hard to see, but they've got everything from 30 to 40-foot setbacks from the road. But it's all right there in that tree line and then that, right with the road.
And these will be, the pedestals kind of like you hook up a camper. Like you see
Yeah,
in
like what's at the
campgrounds.
city pavilion.
And they're just inside the guardrail, so we're not taking away any space from the field, from the soccer fields
Right.
or any of that. It's basically on the inside of the current curb, if you will, opposed to there now.
And it leaves room for vendors on both sides of the,
Guardrails,
on the side of the, yeah.
Both
garden.
sides of the midway opening.
Yeah,
yeah.
and both sides of the midway.
And this, when, I got the pedestals, is this just?
This just
Is this the
110.
gear?
That's a
or-
110
This is the
pedestal.
110 setup?
That's a
Yeah.
110 pedestal, and those other ones will be the 220.
And they'll, all these will feed off of that main box that's already out there?
Yes, sir.
It's got 3 different meters.
Okay.
And those, it's GFCI, there's 8 outlets each and 4, or 5, actually 5 of those boxes. They'll all be sealed boxes. So other than when they're in use, they'll be locked up. They won't just be those expensive covers, it's plastic people can break off and stuff.
Right, they'll be,
The
yeah,
electricians made sure of that.
okay.
All those pedestals will be locked boxes
Yeah.
And you need this gun before the fair starts tomorrow?
next year.
That'd be ideal, yes, yes, Mr. Chapman.
We're pretty good.
2023.
You're
sir.
willing to wait a year?
We're willing to wait a year, sir.
Yeah, tomorrow would be ideal, but
But
we'll
depending
take
on the
next-
timing, this would benefit Golly Fest and everything else moving forward too.
Is this part of your agenda?
Well, no, that's, yeah.
Well, every event would benefit from it. The youth soccer program would benefit from it.
Right.
Golly Fest, the county fair, you know, whenever they host Little League tournaments, you know, whatever's going on out there. And even in the off-season, those pedestals could be rented to people passing through with RVs or to support other events like the Potato Festival. You know, if they needed backflow for RV parking for their workers that come here and do the Potato Festival or whatever, that the county could rent that space.
Right.
What do you want to do?
Well, state for the record, first off, the bids are Simkin Electric, $26,292.50. Lusk Electric, $27,500. Platinum Roofing, $31,300. I mean, I definitely see it as a necessity, because if you saw the shape of that red box, it's scary.
It's dangerous.
I mean, yeah, and especially like you say, a lot of these people used to having to hook up and they're trying to rig things together and everything else.
It's really daunting.
It would be my
You're right.
preference to allot the lowest bidder amount, which would be $26,292.50 to the park, and with Simkin Electric, get that done, and they can disperse it out for the pay schedule and everything else needed.
Okay, can we table this for right now? And not that I don't, I mean, I'm okay with it, but with some of the other stuff we're looking at doing, we might tie this in with it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And maybe get a little better. Was these bids all per spec of what you wanted?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, we've got a few months to, yeah.
Okay.
We'll probably go with this. Just let me work on something.
Sure.
Is it okay to keep it?
Yes, sir.
Have Sally send us the actual copy of the two that she has. Because I've got those.
Okay.
Thank y'all for coming in.
Thank you, gentlemen, for listening.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
All right, Lloyd, we're on.
Okay, I got you. Go ahead and make your presentation.
Okay. Here on behalf of the park, we did a lot of upgrades, of course, over the last year, and one of the last upgrades we had to get to was the dining hall at the, the HVAC at the dining hall. Commissioner Chapman helped us out with getting the technicalities put together because, of course, that was beyond my scope. I apologize, I'm trying to pull up, I lost one of the bids. We only received 2 bids, solicited for more, but that's all we got. And the first bid was from AccuAir of Fenwick, and it's a total of $24,993.55.
Okay.
And the second bid is from Alpha Construction of Summersville. Let me make sure this is the total. Okay. It's a total of $24,775. I've looked over the scope of work. They are similar in their recommended units and so forth to be installed. And so it'd be my request that we move on this today and consider the Alpha Construction contract.
Okay. All right, Craig, you want to make the motion then?
I make a motion, we accept the $24,775 from Alpha.
Okay. All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I need those.
Okay.
Count me as an aye too, Lloyd.
Pardon?
Well, I wasn't sure if I abstained or not, but Grace said I don't have to, so go ahead and count me for in favor as well.
Okay. All right. So this does carry. Let's take care of it. All right.
And now, concerning, I have a request here. We still haven't got an update on where the new F-350 is for Homeland. However, we will have the roughly 2012, 2013 F-250 becoming available. We've discussed auctioning that off, so forth. One thing I thought we might consider is because, I mean, it's a 7.3 diesel, decent shape, 90,000 miles. JJ with the animal shelter, humane officer, he's got that F-150 that's about 140,000 miles, starting to have a lot of repair issues. I mean, he runs it every day. And so what I thought we might consider as a good candidate for replacement would be this 250. He can do all of his humane officer work out of it and so forth. And we might be able to consider the current humane officer pickup truck be transferred to the park in replacement of the Dodge 1500 that's been there for eternity and just honestly it's falling apart. We're gonna have to replace it somehow. And this would be a way, without purchasing anything, we could replace multiple vehicles just kind of down the chain.
I like that idea. That was pretty. Okay, I had a couple of those.
Yeah.
And, so, only 90,000 miles is a lot of miles.
It's not a second.
What, Greg, what do you think?
I think it's,
7.3 and then
Yes, it's 11, I'm sorry. It's a 7.3.
yeah.
You
I
sure?
can't hear.
They're making sure it's the right engine size.
Oh, I don't have problems. But what about, we took the sheriff's truck to the park, is it?
Well, I mean, yeah, so what I'm looking at, I mean, we've got 3 full-time staff, looking at potentially more considering what we do with some future endeavors. And so if we could keep 2, especially if we have to start putting them on the road, I think it'd be a lot better because that Dodge, honestly, I mean, it's probably worth $1,000 and probably could use 3,000 to 4,000 in repairs. Brakes went out of it yesterday, so we can't even run it. The engine's got a pretty bad miss, and I think it's gonna have to have some boots replaced and so forth. That would be a better candidate for us just to kind of get rid of than, I believe, the 250. And this would all be pending on the receiving of the new 350 for Homeland, because we can't short them a vehicle when we already do have everybody covered.
Okay, I got you. Okay. The 350 will come in sometime, we just don't know when. How long
It's-
is it?
Months, yeah. Spring of this year, probably,
Yeah, okay.
maybe even winter. Most of the year, I would say that much.
Okay, I got you. Well, it is what it is, you know?
That's right.
No way around it. Uh,
Do you have any questions or anything?
No, we can work on it.
As far as,
What's that?
I just don't, that's a lot of truck, it might be some overkill. That one might be better to go to the park and the sheriff truck or the jail or something like that. So we'll keep it and then we'll leave it until,
Okay.
yeah, I think it's fine.
Craig wants to look at where each vehicle actually ends up, Lloyd, so he recommends tabling this, and I agree with that.
so we can do that. 'Cause
I mean, I don't want to speak out of terms, but basically, we'll take
Until
it.
we get the other people in, guys, we're not gonna go. Guys,
Right.
we can see what he is, we can act on it at that point in time. Okay,
Okay,
all right,
that's all I've got.
all right. We could, well, we can make that decision on that. We'll deal with it later. Okay. All right, so our next one will be what time?
11:15.
Do you wanna try and find Rodney and get that over with?
11 when?
Any different, because we gotta wait till 11:30
Oh,
for the public comment. 11:15.
Okay, well, I'll call you back.
Okay. We'll go ahead and take a break. Now, Rodney McClung's here for the quotes on the doors and lighting.
Okay.
Morning.
You put the door.
Somersville Glass, give me this quote for the left and right doors over here by the jail. The wood doors, humidity swells them up, they're not locking, and the valve's having issues with it.
Right.
And so I got a proposal on the metal doors for $3,600, but we're replacing both of them.
this labor and everything,
Everything changing locks out.
You might just add that.
With glass.
The ordinance may be.
Both
of them have glass.
And this quote's for a total of $3,600. We have one other quote for a total of $4,446.
this is frames and all, right?
Right. Gordon, he says that they had, the price had doubled since the last time he'd done one of the jobs for the doors.
I mean, I'll make a motion to approve the Summersville Glass quote of $3,600 for the two doors beside the jail.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. You would again. Okay, commission carried. All right.
Did Summersville Glass get a hold of you for the second story door on the back of WVU?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we have another quote too for that door, in the amount of $2,235. I apologize, $2,235.73. Which it needs to be replaced for the painting. And so, I mean, if it's acceptable, I'll go ahead and move to approve this one also.
Okay.
And it's frame and all in the same deal there.
Go ahead and make a motion to the effect.
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
Okay. All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. You would again. Motion, that also motion, so carried.
Do you wanna do the honor too?
All right.
Yeah, it's on the agenda, so-
But it has, before they can paint it, has to be.
That's true.
Okay.
Now, what do you have on lighting? Yeah.
Okay, as the humidity, the lights that's in here, the ballast and stuff, whenever you run the air conditioner, they get damp and they don't want to come on. What I've done in some of the lower spots, but I've talked to Paul Bostic, and we come to determination that we put LEDs in here, put your dimmer switch on the LEDs, so if you needed to show us something on the screen or whatever, dim them down or up. And they're only like $75. The last time I ordered balances for these lights, which takes two for each per light, I got one ballast.
Yeah.
So they're getting where you're not able to get the balances, so.
Now, is that just in here, like the whole floor, or?
Well, that's just it for here right now.
Okay.
I mean, it's something that we're gonna have to probably do the whole courthouse, get a grant, or I'll be looking into a grant for it. Because, they last probably 8 years or longer.
And you use these same lights, you just put the bulbs in and bypass the ballast, correct?
No, we changed the whole lights. They're flat. These metal ones comes out, these weighs about 12 pounds or something a piece, and then you got 4 bulbs per light. The LED ones, when you put them in there, they only weigh about 2 pounds.
The only reason I'm saying is they make a kit now to put the LEDs inside these, and that's all you got to change is the bulbs.
Yeah.
How much is your quote on this that he has?
He hadn't got up here, he was going to Florida, and he wasn't able to get up here.
Oh, okay. Well, if you don't mind to explore both options on that, then
Okay.
come back with quotes on that.
But basically, the LED lights, you can change the bulbs, but these new ones we got, you can set them on high, medium, or low,
Right.
and you can also do the different light textures on it. But he wasn't able, he was going to Florida, and he wasn't able to get up here and give us a quote on that. But basically, these lights, the only one comes on, you have to keep flipping the switch to get them on there. I can change them, I can change the balances out, get a year out of them, but that's a lot of money to put in. We'll do this one time and have it done, over with.
Very good. No, yeah, if he get us some more quotes, that'd be good. We can get that done. We got these, yeah. I usually can't get all these turned on, so that'd be good. And then, we missed this at the exterior painting, but we only got one bid for the awning itself.
Hard to find. We've been searching.
Oh, no, yeah, we've tried for 10 years on an awning, and you just can't get anybody to quote. We finally got one, and it needs to run in conjunction with the painting of the Main Street Annex, which we did approve. And that's a quote from Landmark Design and Construction for $4,775.
That's good. That's a good deal.
And yeah, that's actually a pretty good deal. And that's removal of the whole structure, replacement of the fabric, and putting everything back up after it's painted. And so I'd like to make a motion to go ahead and approve this also.
Okay. All righty, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, anyone against? That's carried. Okay, thank you.
I've got one more thing. The agenda on the 3rd is the DRC gutter and fascia board repairs.
Well, we put the gutter on it.
Okay.
Put it under Craig.
Good. That's all I've got.
Facial board.
Maybe we get that comment here.
It's on the back of the roof.
It's gonna be the shortest stack I've ever left here.
And air conditioning walls. Where we were at.
Lloyd, there's no one for the public comment. I do not. Do you have anything?
Okay. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn then.
So moved.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Anyone against? Motion carries. We're now adjourned.